何？
それでちゃんとおしまいでしょ。
Number 20, Sir Night-Eye, My Hero Academia. For decades, Sir Night-Eye was haunted by the fact that he could see the future but do nothing to change it. That is until he met Deku. Deku's fight against Overhaul single-handedly proved that the future wasn't preordained. Even though Night-Eye was on his deathbed, the revelation filled him with enough hope to pass away with a smile on his face. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for those he left behind.
さあ先輩ダメだ生きてください死ぬなんてダメだ
Once Night-Eye flatlines, there's nary a dry eye left in the room. Not even from the usually chipper Mirio. If he can't muster a smile, there's no hope for the rest of us. Number 19, The Night Raid, Akamega Kill. Tatsumi and the others had one goal: overthrow the corrupt system and begin a new one. They eventually succeeded, but the price was way too high to call it a victory. By the time the bloodshed finally stopped, there's more of the Night Raid in the ground than above it. Chelsea, Susano, Leone, the bodies keep piling up, each one more devastating than the last.
すいません辰巳もう抱きしめてあげられません
Then, just when you think it can't get any worse, Tatsumi himself joins the death tally.
約束しただろ生きて戻れと言ったのに
The worst part is that so many of the Night Raid never got to see the future they so valiantly fought for. Number 18, Himeno, Chainsaw Man. Devil Hunters don't have a particularly high survival rate, but odds be damned, Himeno was not about to lose another partner. So when some enemies crashed her squad's lunch, she gave up everything to protect Aki.
私の全部をあげるからゴーストの全部使わせて
And we do mean everything. In order to channel the Ghost Devil's power, she offered up each and every part of her body.
アキ君は死なないでね私が死んだ時さ泣いてほしいから
For what it's worth, Aki survived the altercation with only a few bumps and bruises. But in exchange, Himeno didn't even have a body left to bury. For Aki, her choice was heroic, rash, and ultimately selfish. Even so, it's heartbreaking all the same. Number 17, Joe Yabuki, Ashita no Joe. From underdog to contender for the championship, Joe's road to victory was a gauntlet of punches. After so many, it's revealed that Joe suffers from punch drunkenness, a condition developed from sustained head trauma. Regardless, the championship fight is still on. Joe versus Jose Mendoza. After trading blows and even some knockdowns with the champion, we can see the world title just within its grasp, only to lose out at the last second.
Joe.
Where it is heavily implied the fight has finally pushed him to an early grave. Number 16, L, Death Note. It takes a certain kind of mastermind to catch a world-renowned serial killer, especially one like Light Yagami. But that's where L came in.
行きましょうか、ライト君。どうやらうまくいったようです。
Even though he was technically an antagonist, his strategic sparring with Light made him easy to root for. In fact, L was such a threat, he had to be taken care of permanently.
皆さん、死にが。
In a chilling turn of events, the last thing he ever saw was Light's mischievous smile. Their game of cat and mouse ended and Light had won. There's no point in mincing words about it. Without L, things felt hopeless. After all, if he couldn't catch light, no one could. Number 15, Ushio Clanner After Story.
You're not running today, Daddy?
Nope, I'm gonna stay right here with you all day long.
If there's any mercy in this world, it's that Tomoya got to take his daughter on one last trip before she died. It's just a simple errand to the store, but backed by snowfall, it's almost enough to make you forget about Ushio's life-threatening fever. Almost. Suddenly, she falls into her father's arms, and that's it.
Did we make it? Are we on the train yet?
Yeah, we made it on the train.
Tomoya holds it together long enough to soothe Ushio at the end, but afterwards, there's simply no words capable of describing the grief in his voice.
Ushio!
Even if you set aside the tragic circumstances, Tomoya's agonized cries are bound to stay with you long after the episode ends. Number 14, Nicholas D. Wolfwood Trigon. This guy believed in a kill or be killed world. He was born into it, lived through it, and eventually died in it too.
Now that's tasty.
And yet, after finally adopting Vash's pacifist ideals, Wolfwood did the unthinkable. He went to church and asked for forgiveness.
In spite of the profession I've chosen, I've never actually made a confession before.
On its own, the image of a dying man begging for atonement is striking enough. But the key here is that Wolfwood isn't afraid of dying. He's scared that he won't have time to make things right. That small distinction means everything.
I did not want to die this way!
While it isn't an easy watch by any stretch, it's an undeniably extraordinary end to an already extraordinary character. Number 13, Miki Makimura, Devilman Crybaby. Go Nagai's classic manga series was full of enough gore to desensitize us completely, but nothing could prepare us for the fate of its best girl.
アキラくんは変わらない。
ありがとう、ミキ。
So when it came time for its most recent adaptation, we braced ourselves for the worst, only to get completely shattered again. When humanity turns to shit after Ryo's meddling, Miki uses her voice to try to get them back to their senses, to no avail. The worst part about this scene is that it makes us so damn certain that she's gonna make it out alive, only to be slaughtered before our eyes. Number 12, Kite, Hunter x Hunter. Since his appearance later in the series, we're shown the heights of Kite's strength, such as taking out an entire division of Chimera ants in one attack, while his mentorship of Gon and Killua instantly endeared him.
ゴン、お前、ジンさんは自分で探すって言ってたよな。
All of which is undermined by his battle with the bloodthirsty Pitto. While sensing the presence of evil approaching, Kite yells for Gon and Killua to retreat, willing to put his own life at risk. We don't see the battle, but the aftermath is made all too clear, with Kite's severed head now a plaything for the wicked kitty. Number 11, Ren Goku, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. The Flame Hashira can roast anyone to a crisp, but at the end of the day, he's still just a human. That fact becomes painfully clear during his fight with Akaza.
止めた！信じられない力だ！溝落ちに俺の右腕が貫通しているんだぞ！
And yet, despite the demon's regenerative body, Rengoku goes all out with a verifiable blaze of glory. No matter the chances, no matter the toll on his body, he keeps standing up again and again, because that's what Slayers do. It's an empowering display of resilience, but it's still not enough.
俺は君の妹を信じる。鬼殺隊の一員として認める。
Akaza escapes good as new, while Rengoku succumbs to his wounds. It's not fair in the slightest, but as the Flame Hashira says himself, he truly set his heart ablaze.
立派にできましたよ。
Number 10. Jiraiya. Naruto Shippuden. The pervy sage has accomplished a lot in his years as a ninja. His strength and experience seem to be unrivaled by any other, and for all his quirkiness, he was the father figure Naruto desperately needed. But even he proved to have his limits.
お前はその顔弥彦なのか
Drawn into battle by the Akatsuki's leader, his former student Pain, for all of Jiraiya's skills, even he couldn't prove a match for the Rinnegan's strength.
遅かったな気づくのが
While his will is passed on to his student, seeing the beloved hermit sink into the depths left many a ninja brokenhearted.
ナルト予言の子は間違いなくお前だあとは
Number 9. Koro-sensei. Assassination Classroom. There was only ever one way this show was gonna end, and that was with Koro-sensei's death. He wasn't teaching school kids how to kill for the fun of it, that's for sure. But even with 2 seasons to prepare for the inevitable, nothing can soften the blow of that heart-wrenching last roll call.
皆さんに暗殺されて先生は幸せです
Then, as if this long-awaited goodbye wasn't sentimental enough, Koro-sensei had the gall to smile through it all. He isn't even sad to die, he's just proud to see his students finally pass their final exam.
さようなら。コロ先生。
Of course, it's hard to appreciate their graduation when you're busy wiping away all the tears. Number 8. Shirley, Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. In spite of her love interest's unending thirst for revenge, Shirley happily went through hell to earn Lelouch's affections.
照れることはないさ。お前がルルーシュに惚れてるのはみんな知ってる。
もう、ビレッタ先生まで。
After losing and eventually regaining her memory, she discovers the truth about Lelouch's identity as Zero and rushes to his aid. In the confusion, she crosses paths with Rolo, a fellow classmate and partner of Lelouch, who always manages to mess up everything.
妹のナナちゃんだって一緒に。
When it cuts back, we see Shirley in a pool of blood, and with her dying breath, she gives a chilling confession to Lelouch.
何度も好きになるから。
Number 7. Caesar, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Both a friend and rival to Joseph, Caesar is primarily known for his dedication to his family's name. He's so strong-willed that he'll fight no matter the odds. When taking on Wamu, Caesar is easily outmaneuvered. But since Caesar is one of the central protagonists, we assume he'll overcome his opponents. Only he doesn't. In his last moments, Caesar activates his last ripple to save the antidote and is crushed by a falling rock. Poor Joseph. Number 6. Ace, One Piece. Son of the Pirate King and the adopted older brother of Luffy, Fire Fist Ace was renowned for his incredible power. Because of his lineage, he was captured and sentenced to death by the world government, only for Luffy and his allies to rally, storm Marineford, and were within steps of getting Ace to freedom. In a desperate attempt to end the battle, Akainu overpowers Ace and then turns his attention to Luffy. And in the ultimate brotherly act, Ace sacrifices himself to spare his sibling from certain death, and we still aren't over it.
エース
Number 5. Setsuko and Seita, Grave of the Fireflies. After the bombing of Kobe in World War II, these siblings are left with no mother, no food, and no options. Seita, the eldest, takes it upon himself to scavenge and steal to support his sister. He can't stave off malnutrition forever, but he damn well tries.
Why do fireflies have to die so soon?
Watching Seita go to such lengths is nothing short of inspiring. Sadly, that just makes it hurt even more when he returns home and realizes Setsuko isn't waking up.
Don't want anything. You can have it. Don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone.
Without someone to live for, Seita soon follows suit.
Tell me, what day is it?
Given the subject matter, any other ending would have felt disingenuous, but that doesn't change the fact that this is an incredibly difficult scene to sit through. Number 4. Cowie Your Lie in April. Giddy, free-spirited, and a musical genius, Cowie is a sweetheart who was snatched away way too soon.
僕の中に、私の中に、君がいる。
Her skill with various instruments, most notably the violin, leads Kosei to regain his passion for playing the piano. And while it seems that their coupling is inevitable, it proves not to be.
行かないで、行かないで、行かないでくれ。僕を置いて行かないで。
Bombarding us with scenes of Kowie's waning health and eventual hospitalization, the taxing disease takes its toll, leading to her inevitable death, and for all of us to wonder what could have been. Number 3. Ai Hoshino Oshino. A stalker tried to kill this idol back when she was in labor with twins. A few years later, he knocked on her door and finished the job, right in front of her infant children. Ai has every reason in the world to be angry and vengeful, but despite all that, she returns the favor with nothing but kindness.
今だって君のこと愛したいって思ってる。
Seeing Ai forgive her murderer while she bleeds out in front of him is downright unforgettable, to say nothing of what happens after, when she tells her kids she's sorry for having to leave. If a mother parting with her children doesn't leave you a puddle of a human, nothing will. Number 2. Maize Hughes, Full Metal Alchemist. Although a capable soldier, Major Maize Hughes of the state military is a father and husband first.
Daddy has a lot of work to do. Bye-bye.
Which sadly proved to be his downfall. After investigating an eerie connection between the military and the creation of the Philosopher's Stone, Hughes hurries to contact Colonel Mustang, only to be interrupted by 2nd Lieutenant Ross holding him at gunpoint. He's able to counterattack, but is quickly thrown off when the imposter takes the form of his wife.
You're right, Hughes. Maybe this is a more fitting end.
A move that would lead to his death, and the most heartbreaking funeral in anime to date.
Why are you there? Daddy, Mommy, why? Daddy, wake up!
Number 1. Kamina Guran. The leader of Team Daiguren quickly established himself as a man among men.
10倍返した。戻ったら10倍返した。覚えとけよ。
Able to overcome all obstacles, mostly without the help of a shirt. But while fighting against one of the 4 divine generals, Kamina suffers a tremendous injury. Even after a direct stab through the abdomen, he still fights on, combining with his blood brother Simon to finish off their foe in spectacular style. Though Kamina dies, he has a lasting impact on Simon, who takes up the mantle to lead humanity to a better tomorrow.
兄貴兄貴
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.